Okay, so this shuffle is just undercover, and this is how it goes. What it basically looks is just like I'm taking the upper and the lower on the first part, because there are two parts. There are several variations on this shuffle, but in the first part I just I take basically the bottom and the top, and I keep the upper card without breaks, but I also swing my arms so it can cover better the stolen card. So I'm stealing the upper card because it's just gonna give me or allow me to cover the move. This is what I'm doing. I actually shuffle just the corner, and when I square, everything goes out. Now, to cover that so the audience doesn't see that, always leave one card on top, which is the stolen one from here. And when I square, I push this card also, and then I lift just this part. Some people, they just lift it and put it like that, you know. So it's a little bit more risky from the audience perspective because they can see that gap. So in my personal personal experience and personal routines, what I do is I just rather leave this one, and this is still laying down. I'm just lifting this and push it in, you know, acting. You want to keep it some sort of like a messed up. Once again, I steal the card, and the swing motion is the one, and when they see it from the top view is better. You want to use maybe these cards because it doesn't have the white border. It also helped me to conceal better the stolen card. For this case, it's going to be more difficult because it doesn't have white borders. It's still helpful in this case when you want to steal the upper card, but it's better you show the more not really the straight up the upper view, also the side view, not too much. You can keep it diagonally like that, and the swing motion is going to help to make it more perfect in the same move. Doesn't matter how many cards, as long as I have the last card, I always keep it on top and riffle everything down, so I can keep one card. It's important, don't have two, only one. So when I push it also and lift it up, I'm exaggerating, so it's just one card that is going back on the same pile. Okay, so this is what I'm doing from behind. I separate and I steal the top card along with the bottom half, and with the move you can hide that motion better. Square. When I shuffle, I actually do it. Notice I'm still covering with this card, and everything goes straight up, you know. But also the acting helps a little bit more, and this card is the card that is helping to cover the move. Also, all the fingers help to cover from the sides and to make it more angle proof, you know. Okay, so for a second variation, I don't need to steal the upper card, which I'm gonna put it face up so you can follow it. I'm gonna do it in slow motion. I keep it everything as normal. I still doing the same shuffle. I make sure it's only one on top, in this side. Push it in the same action that you unshuffle it and lift it, and then still doing everything the same thing, but at this point I'm gonna keep a break under the bottom half, which is the first card, the Ace of Spades in this case, because of the sequence. I'm gonna keep a thumb break. Okay, when I'm squaring everything, I'm holding a break. Okay, thumb break. Then I can separate it again, and I'm gonna do it once again, exactly the same move. Notice I have the Queen of Diamonds, meaning the King of Diamonds belongs to this pile, which by doing the same move again, I'm returning the top card to the top pile. So what it means is you have to do this shuffle twice, exactly the same, to return the original sequence without stealing any card. Okay, so I'm gonna do it once again with the top card, the King of Diamonds, face down now, and repeating the same process. I'm keeping both halves normally, square it, shuffle it, make sure you keep in, because I don't have more cards over here, I'm just keeping in riffle, let it go, the other half, everything, whatever is left from this side, and then you can leave one card over here. That's the main thing, you know. So when I square, I unshuffle it, as you can see, and lift it and push it in. And by doing that, I'm using the top card, you know, and pretend it's getting messed up. In this case, you don't wanna lose the break. You can do it. You can tilt it a little bit, and you can hold it easily, the break, because you have to do the same move twice and keep the thumb break under the bottom half, which is right on top right now. And then I'm gonna return the bottom half to the bottom and the top card to the top pile, like that. And so now from the back, you can see, without taking or stealing any card, let me put it face up so you can follow it better. When you take it just as it is, shuffle it, lift it, and keep the thumb break right here under the bottom card, and then separate it again. Do it twice. That's it. So this process requires to do it twice. When you don't want to steal the top card, you have to do it twice. Okay, one last time. Let me put it face up. Here, as you can see in the third method, I'm actually just taking the same. You can use the first one or the second method, stealing or without stealing. The point is that I'm just not only spreading the upper card in this case, but also this side as well. Push it in. I create a little bit of a mess. It looks a little bit maybe more convincing, and it's still doing the same thing on shuffling it from the corners, but from the top view, you know, it looks a little bit more messed up. And because I'm using the second variation of this particular case, I'm holding the thumb brick, and which means I have to do it again to restore the order. Push a little bit. So the third method is basically pushing not just this side, but also this side as well. Now, if you want, you can instead of lifting this bottom half, you can just do the mess and push it in. Okay, so that will be pretty much like the fourth method variation, but I don't really I don't see too much of it, because I'm instead of lifting this half towards the spectator so they don't see I'm separating the pack. This will allow me a little bit more to push it in, but you know, it may not be really convincing this particular way, because from the audience perspective they may see this front side of it, and they may see as well, I'm exaggerating obviously, but they may see this, you know, and it may not look really convincing for the audience. So I believe by lifting this half like that, and with a mess, with this third method, is gonna maybe looks better than the rest of them, and also it will conceal, you know, any glimpse from the audience perspective. One last time, using the second variation, which is pushing both sides, keeping the thumb brick, separating by the thumb brick, squaring, and returning the top card to the top.